These are the top 7 people who have been fired by MrBeast. Some have even broken the law, which is what Marcus Pearson did. Back in 2019, Marcus was a regular member in MrBeast videos. He was funny and got along with everyone, even the fans enjoyed watching him. He was in MrBeast classics like Last Us Stop Running, Last Us Stop Cycling, and even crazy videos like putting millions of Legos in my friend's house. From being in these videos, he's won thousands of dollars and made a name for himself. Anyone would want to be in that position. But then, everything changed. Marcus's last appearance on the MrBeast channel was in giving 10,000 presents to kids for Christmas, which was in December of 2019. Then, he had disappeared from the channel, leaving fans questioning what happened. Then, in February 2020, Marcus posted a long video on Instagram ranting on MrBeast, throwing wild accusations at him, and even swearing at him.
Stupid! You gonna be sleeping with your when I'm done with you. So I'm gonna destroy you, bruh. I'm gonna destroy you because you used us. If you think about it, they tried to eliminate Jake, me. I could have did you so dirty, brother. I thought you was my brother, but you're not. You showed me what's real and what's not, which I feel like he started this pandemic for a reason, so we can.
One thing was clear from this video, Marcus was high on drugs. It's not clear what he was on, but one thing was certain. He had ruined his reputation, lost a friendship with one of the biggest YouTubers in the world, and had gone crazy to the point of wanting to attack and end MrBeast. Now it's unclear if their beef is squashed, but Marcus's Instagram has been showing him in a positive mood recently, so hopefully he has changed, and MrBeast still follows him, which is a good sign. But the next employee did something so bad that MrBeast not only unfollowed him, but blocked him. He goes by the name of Turner. He was an editor and cameraman for MrBeast. He's filmed multiple videos and even edited some. It is unclear when exactly he left, but we did know he didn't stay there too long. Then, one day, Turner just starts tweeting on Twitter. He tweets the most horrible stuff about his bad experience working with MrBeast. Let's just say these tweets kinda ruined MrBeast's reputation and got him a bad name on the internet, which is never a good thing. In just a minute I'm gonna read them out to you, but before that I need to play a video. A video that was recorded by Turner. It was before his Twitter rampage and briefly after he had left the job.
It wasn't an easy decision, although it wasn't my decision. I don't know, I think it was mutual. This was a dream job for so long, and when I got it, I was so happy I got it, and the job is still an amazing job. I was planning on either moving to Los Angeles, backpacking across Asia, which I'm gonna do, or go to college in the fall. I just said, we really just want people who are gonna be in here for the long term, and you have other aspirations, we can see that.
So, if it was such a good job, then why would he suddenly leave? And why would he try to expose him with these tweets?
It was the most mentally draining time of my life. I was yelled at, bullied, called mentally unreplaceable by MrBeast every day. Being in tears and having mental breakdowns day after day is difficult, and after a while it became too much. After every editing mistake I made, I was made to feel like an absolute idiot, even if the content wasn't real. No credit was given unless a video I edited got credited to someone else.
As you can see, MrBeast seemed like an evil guy behind the camera. But one thing stuck out. Turner had videos and tweets months before all this saying that he loved MrBeast and enjoyed working for him. So this Twitter rampage just turned out to be a jealous guy who wanted some clout from the biggest YouTuber in the world. People these days. But soon after, many people saw through Turner's lies and MrBeast rose again to stardom. And was known again to be the nice YouTuber who gives away cars, money, and even houses. One house he gave away was to Jake the Viking, one of the strongest and funniest members MrBeast ever had. Up until 2020, Jake was nearly in every video and the fans loved him. He was the crazy Viking that would do anything. Jake had won many times too, and him and Jimmy were close guys. Jake stopped appearing in MrBeast videos from 2019 December until February 2020, and then he and MrBeast finally met up and talked. Jake was kinda confused why he wasn't appearing anymore. Just listen to what Jake had to say.
Well, Tyler, you know what it's about. Here we go. We're just gonna dive straight into it. The last video I was in was hide and seek. The second hide and seek video that was posted back January some date. What's actually going on? And everyone I talked to never really gave me any answers. Super recently, when finally I was able to meet down with a couple people and kind of put everything out on the table, and it came down to my piece no longer fit the puzzle. If that's the best way to put it. I had shown up. You know, I had done everything I was asked to do. I did it to the best of my ability. I helped the channel grow. When I joined, it was at 4 million, and when I left, I think we had just passed 30 million. But it was a mutual leaving. I had already shown, well, I'd already told him multiple times, you know, what I wanted to do was kind of be my own boss, do my own thing. You know, I like streaming. I like being able to get in front of.
He was unfit for MrBeast's new goal, so he got fired. But at least Jake didn't get his Viking brothers and attack Jimmy. Jake even has his own YouTube channel and is still uploading to this day. Just like fellow YouTuber Sneeko, who also worked for MrBeast. He was let go soon after because he had other aspirations and that wasn't fit for MrBeast's goals. He and MrBeast were friends back in 2013.
Too at Sneeko, and if you've ever seen Sneeko's videos, you realize that they're kind of addicting. Once you start watching them, it's kind of hard to stop. He's so straightforward with things, and he's not biased on anything. He'll let you know anything that's on his mind.
Sneeko actually praises him a lot because Sneeko actually had no purpose in life and felt kinda depressed. He was in a hell of a tight spot. But then MrBeast came to his rescue. MrBeast put him on videos, talked to him, and gave him a lot of motivation.
The lesson I learned was that being poor is a mentality. But MrBeast showed me that success is linear.
Damn, MrBeast is such a nice guy. But what happens when someone does something nice for him? I mean, look at his reaction. You probably thought he was looking at a gift or something. But no! He's looking at the MrBeast unsubscribe button! Yeah! You should press that because we post all things MrBeast and interesting things you probably didn't even know about him. Like, did you know that MrBeast once dove into a dirty dumpster and found some treasure? Another person who also was in a dumpster was Jake WEDDLE. Because he's the next employee who got fired. He didn't get fired for getting dirty in a dumpster. That would be ridiculous. No, his story is quite similar to Jake the Viking, but one major difference. Jake WEDDLE wanted to leave, so MrBeast had to let him go. The real reason for his departure though, was that Jake wanted a change in career. It was his lifelong dream to become a stand-up comedian, so he went for it. You can definitely respect that. I hope he becomes successful and he might even come back, because he did. In 2021, he actually came back for one video, the prison video. Have you seen it? Jake and MrBeast spent 50 hours in prison, so who knows, maybe he can be half comedian and half MrBeast crew. But one person we haven't seen for years is Garrett. He's the next one on our list. He was in a lot of MrBeast videos and then just stopped. Many claim it was because he didn't like working for Jimmy anymore, but that's just not true. The real reason is that he's on the Mr. Bro channel, MrBeast's brother. So maybe MrBeast moved him to his brother's channel to replace Karl, because Karl was on Mr. Bro's channel, but then he got moved to MrBeast's. So Garrett got replaced. Does Garrett have some kind of beef with Karl, or does he prefer CJ, aka MrBeast's brother? That guy who replaced him, he's known as Karl Jacobs, and he also might leave Jimmy in the future. In just a minute I'll show you a video of him saying this, but before, hear me out. Karl Jacobs became successful through appearing on MrBeast, right? But he has been Twitch streaming all the time too, to pursue his dream of streaming. Just listen.
And he's always grinded, and it never really took off.
I was obsessed with video games from the beginning. So I have a Super Nintendo and then an N64. Look at that. Come on.
This was my favorite game.
I told my mom that I want to do something with video games, but my job doesn't exist yet. I had streamed to nobody for 2 years. I think I maxed out averaging 80 viewers.
Order in the court.
However, Karl could try to pursue Twitch while also starting on the MrBeast channel. Because if you're watching this, chances are you're into MrBeast and you don't want Karl to go away. And hey, since you like MrBeast, watch this next.